I think we're live
There
now.
it is. Now we're live. Now we're live. Now we're live.
We're a little
Here we
late. Sorry, everybody.
Yep, we had technical difficulty.
I know that's what they call it anymore. Anything happens, you just call it technical difficulties.
Technically, there were difficulties.
Well, thank you for everybody coming in
man.
tonight. We're looking to just have a little bit of a chat.
A chat,
right?
If you will. Yeah.
Nice chat with the fine people in this wonderful chat room right now.
Yeah. So what's good, buddy? What are you drinking tonight?
You know what, buddy? I felt, from the last video that we did with Butters, which is the rooster, I felt like this was very appropriate for tonight.
There you go. How is it?
I like fighting cock.
All right. Good for you, buddy. Good for you.
You know me with cock. I gotta have the fighting cock near me at some point. Yeah. I'm big on the fighting cock. It's kind of it lost its age statement, and it's kind of it was they put it out. Heaven Hill put it out to be like a wild turkey 101 killer, but I blinded both side by side, and the turkey still won out. So
turkey won out for you, dude. It's solid. Turkey makes a solid product, no matter what it is. Can't go wrong. Turkey.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Guy Davis is with us. What's up, Guy?
Yeah, we got a bunch of people in it. Who do we got here, Jeff? Who do we start? Start saying something here.
We got Will Henderson's with us tonight. Jason C's popping in.
There's Will. 1920. Jason C.
Yep. Oz. Hanging.
Mm-hmm. We got Brian Griffiths with us. What's going on, Brian? We got the thread. The wrench. Yeah, we got. Yeah, who else do we? Oh, we got whiskey straight out. We got Big Al.
Al always hanging with us. Appreciate it, Al.
And we got somebody that
knows you well, buddy. Yeah, what's going on, Kev?
Did I miss anybody? I think we got. There might be some lurkers, which we're okay with lurkers.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Fred just jumped in.
Hey, what's going on, Fred? How's it hanging, buddy? Good to see everybody in here. I love it.
Yeah, it's awesome. Thank you, guys. So just to quick throw it in there since we were talking.
Yeah.
Just a little gift I got from Neil just recently. Because he's a buddy, and that's what buddies do. I'm nipping on a little smoke wagon, buddy.
Oh,
it's starting to open up. Not even down to the top here. And it's really starting to open up. It's pretty good, man. I have to say, I'm enjoying it.
Dude, that stuff's so damn good. The one thing I really like about it is just because it's, nice high rye, MGP, magical, elixir.
It is really good. It's really starting to open up and that just getting like maple notes and everything. And it's awesome. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm. We got to, you know what, buddy? We got to try. Oh God, this is risky.
Careful.
This is risky. So we got to try this because I haven't popped it yet. This is the uncut, unfiltered. So
there it is.
What I'm talking about. I love seeing the handwritten.
Yeah, when somebody took the time to write it on there, it's like that's just a little personal touch. I can dig that.
It is a little personal touch. Oh, we got Christopher David, fellow PA man, with us.
Yeah, he hooked us up with a couple of sources to be able to get things when during this whole lockdown.
Oh, and we got a little bit of dude, Joseph, you're just the man. Thank you for stopping in.
Yeah, appreciate it, buddy.
Appreciate that, man.
What are we all doing here? Well, that's a good question.
I don't think we know. I think we're just hanging.
They're just hanging for now. So we're gonna kick this off actually with we wanted to kind of see what questions everybody had rather than us talking about a particular thing. Is there something that maybe you could ask us anything, or just something like we kind of discussed the whole decanting thing? Is there some crazy question that people have always wondered or something that's been on their mind? Now, we do want to say that Neil came over and I gave him a nip out of the decanter. Then I saved it. And your thoughts, buddy, is that it was pretty good.
Dude, it really was. I mean, with the Wild Turkey 101 out of the decanter sitting in there for a week, it held its own.
Yeah,
and I mean, it was just a little bit in there. So I was thinking, oh, it's going to go flat. I mean, everything's just going to flatten out all that air. But I was impressed. As
was I, buddy. I was. I went back like a week later. I was like, all right, I'm going to take a little bit. And I was expected to be like you said, gone flat. And it was like, whoa, hang on. So there still is, jury's still out on what's going on with the decanter.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Is that Mama Dukes?
That's Mama Dukes, first subscriber to our channel.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's such a wonderful woman.
And I get a lot of good whiskey articles. A lot of the articles that I send you come from Mom Dukes. So she's on top of it.
She is on top of it.
She is. She's going to let me know about the whole Weller single barrel.
Dude, she's like just stays on top of it all. Yeah. She knows more about, I think she probably knows more about bourbon and whiskey than us.
That's actually believable.
Buddy, we got a first question. You ready for it?
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
All right, I'll put it on the screen. So this question is from Ozzy from Baldwin Bond, and he says, what are your honest thoughts of the Whiskey Vault and the Whiskey Tribe? Ooh, I like this.
Oh, this is getting deep, Oz.
This is deep. He starts it off with that? Holy moly.
This is probably what keeps him up at night, I'm guessing. All right, so.
You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
You go first. I have thoughts, but go ahead.
Okay. So my honest opinion is that I really like the guys. Here's when I was just first kind of getting into whiskey. They popped up on YouTube because, they're very popular and they're all over the place, right? So they popped up and dude, I learned so much from them. Which is, it just kind of got me started, which is something that I didn't know anything about anything, right? I didn't know, mash bills. I didn't know the differences of, different places in Scotland. And it was kind of like a great stepping stone for me to get into the world of whiskey. And I think they're entertaining. I mean, I love the wealth of knowledge that they have. They have fun with it. With the 2 channels, I think it's kind of cool that, they have more of the Whiskey Tribe channel. It's kind of like they kind of goof off, which they goof off on all of it. And then, they have the other one where it's a little bit more with the Whiskey Vault, a little bit more review based, So, hey, man. And they bring everyone together. They kind of have really been pushing this whole thing. I know they have the Bastards Ball, which everyone has a blast at. So I respect the guys. They do a really nice job. They put out quality videos, and there.
Well, I guess I would go along the same. I mean, when I first got into whiskey and I stumbled upon them on YouTube, that was like probably the first thing, like just kind of research and stuff. Learned quite a bit actually from just a few videos and just explaining. I remember the one video that sticks out to me is like the word single malt, and they were telling you like what you can find out by looking at the label of Scotch. Like, what is this thing actually telling you? So I think they do a great job. I disagree with them about Monkey Shoulder. I think it's terrible. I know they talk about that a lot, and I bought a bottle and I was like, this tastes like somebody took Scotch and then watered it down and then pissed in it and then sold it as something. Like that's I hated it, but to each their own.
Exactly, yeah.
But I think they do a great job, and I think they are a wealth of knowledge, and they really do share it, and they really do want people to be into whiskey. So I think they do a really good job at that.
Oh yeah, big time, man. I just think it's quality. I mean, it's they just have fun with it, and that's just how it is, man.
They do.
Good time. So, dude, we got a couple other.
All right, we better get on this
questions. We got to get on this thing. So the next question from Daniel Brown. Daniel Brown asks, have you guys tried JTS Brown Baldwin Bond? So interesting enough. Yeah, I've never tried it. I've only had JW Dant, which found down in Delaware, right? Yeah, Delaware. Closest place we can get it here. And I love JW Dant. That was, oh my God, is that? I just I felt like that was just such a good bang for your buck. And I know JTS Brown is very similar with that, you know. So you haven't had it, buddy, right?
No, I've never seen it available anywhere near us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember seeing it. No, I haven't seen it. I'll have to definitely I'll maybe make a little note of that in my notepad here, and maybe that'll be on the list.
Yeah, man.
I'm notepadding it now.
Notepad it. Hey, you know what? You don't remember anything if you don't write it down.
Oh, dude, I go into the store and just glaze over.
Like, oh yeah, I don't remember shit if I don't write it down. I'm like pacing.
You go into the store. Yeah, and I'll just pace, and I'll be like, okay, ooh, let me get that. No, wait, and then it just pace the aisle for an hour. So I appreciate this, AT. Okay, it's in the notepad.
In the notepad.
In the notepad.
And I'm ready for your next question, buddy. So the Bookers 2019. I'm assuming I'm taking this as all 4 batches, just overall, good or not good. So I have what I love country ham. Country ham. Right. Oh, no. That's not the one. That's the wrong one. That's Kathleen's batch. I'll put it up on here. So country ham is just gorgeous. It's just such a damn good whiskey. It's just how Booker should be. And I know that I watched Jason's review on that, and I was like, he was loving it, and I was just like, hey man, I know my palate's pretty similar, and so I went out and got it, and it didn't disappoint. That was delicious. So
I've never had anything bad from any Bookers that I didn't like.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I know I was watching this morning, Bourbon Pursuit had on like I think it was an interview with, I think it was Freddie and Fred No. And it was kind of cool because they were talking about Bookers and how Bookers, they always want to keep it consistent and solid. They don't want to change anything around with it because that's how, Booker No kind of took care of business, right? They didn't want to change that.
Right.
So, which is kind of cool, which I think is respectable,
Yeah. I mean, I'm not one of those guys that goes gets every one, but every time I've had it, it's been solid.
Yeah. I mean, I know the price is starting to kind of, not $90, $95. It's starting to kind of creep up, and it's hard to kind of knowing that, you got Knob Creek picks out there that are $45 to $49 that are 15 years old. It's hard. It's hard to kind of.
Yeah, it gets a little pricey. And then there again, that's probably one of the reasons why I don't chase it down, because it's one of those things where I feel like there's so many good things in a reasonable price point. And nowadays, I'm not, well, I can't say that. I spent a bunch of money in
Caught yourself now.
I loaded that card up. But yeah, I've never had one that I didn't like and couldn't respect. I mean, now I just saw that somewhere they said the Bourbon Junkies, Oz said that
hold on, I'll get to that. I'll put this up on the board real quick before I get there. Swami, I'll pay for everything. I'll make sure that it has a good life. Just please send me.
He'll send birthday cards, monthly check, but I don't think he wants a committed relationship at this point.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Swami. I'm seeing somebody else. I'm kind of married to her.
It's be like a one night thing, buddy. But yeah,
I just had too much. Maybe I had too much Bookers that night.
It was the Bookers, yeah. You know what? Now that Bookers is trash. Ruin your life.
It makes you do that kind of stuff, right? All right, let me see here. Well, I'll put this one up there before I can find this one. So this one, Michael Klein is an insane taster, and for us to take him on would be,
well,
I'm scared.
Are we going to do it tasting, or are we going to challenge him to an arm wrestling match? Because then, buddy, I'd put you in for that.
Yeah, I think
depends on what we're challenging for. I think you could take him for the arm wrestling.
That I might be able to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really might be able to with that one. Who we got here? What was the question you were looking at? Oh, Jesus. I had one sip of fighting cock and I'm losing my shit. What question were you looking for, buddy?
They were just saying, I think it was the Whiskey Junkie said the Booker's was trash.
Oh.
I don't think it's trash. I think Jason actually nailed it where he said some are just better than others. And the price point plays a factor.
Yeah.
Let me clear the air. The biggest complaint was the price.
Oh, yeah, right here.
Yeah. I mean, for $60, I mean, man, we run into this all the time. We ran into it with wine when we were into the wine thing. Price does not dictate quality. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing when you have stuff that's priced like, let's say, in the $30 and $40 range that drinks really well. Why spend double?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And granted, I mean, there are bottles 60 that are well worth 60. They drink good, but yeah, I agree.
Jesus, it took me so long enough to find the comment. I'm new at this stuff.
Yeah, we're new at this. Cut us some slack. But I want to say that Malted in Montreal is just a phenomenal name.
Isn't that a great name?
That is a great name.
And you would agree with him, I'm sure. You might agree with him on this, buddy.
Okay, we're becoming friends because I do agree. I do agree with that. I'm more of a Baker's guy. I would take Baker's over Booker's most of the time.
Yeah, and Fred nailed it here. It's consistent. I mean, yeah, of course you're going to get variations in batches because they're pulling from, maybe some different floors, here and there, different locations, but they're looking for that consistency. And I'll tell you what, I love Booker's. I mean, I know people get pissed off because of the price, but you know what I mean. Like it's solid. You know what you're getting. You're getting that.
Well, there again, you spend money to know you're getting like a good quality item. So
yeah.
Hey, Jay's with us. What's up, Jay?
Oh, there he is. You got Max with you, Jay? You got to let us know. You might have to cover his ears a couple times during the stream.
Yeah, we get a little wild around here.
Yeah. So yeah, Guy Davis is saying $50 to $60 is my upper limit, and I found a lot of quality bourbons in that range.
Yeah, I think Guy's 100% right. We've kind of found it with wine too. There's like a sweet spot, and you can go above and get great stuff. You can go below and stumble on some good stuff, but there's always that kind of sweet point. I think once you get into that $50, $60 range, you also should expect something good for that kind of money as well.
Yeah, because I think when let's say you're a consumer doesn't really know much at all, but when you see something that's $50, $60, you're expecting it to be, all right, that's good stuff. You know what I mean? That's just kind of how it is. Yeah. Yep. Don't let anyone mess with my Bookers. Remain that way. Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. Good point.
Oh, the Baker's 13.
I have not had, but
that's another one that gets a little expensive, and I've heard varying opinions on it. I think if you like oak, you'll like it, from what I've heard.
Yeah. There again, we don't have that around here. God, buddy, we're getting so limited.
What's happening around here?
I don't know. We're gonna have to start traveling.
Dude, we really are. Oh man, hope Max has oh yeah, having those teeth, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got my baby teeth out now.
Yeah, I got wisdom teeth taken out, and they kept saying like, "Don't wait," and I kept waiting because I'm a procrastinator. That's one thing I will say about myself. I'm a procrastinator, and I waited, and that was not fun.
Dude, no, when they get
last year,
yeah, when they get impacted, man.
Well, mine weren't impacted. Mine were it, but yeah, and I had them in for my whole. They came in. I had plenty of room. They just weren't doing good, and had the uppers taken out, and then the lowers were hanging there for a good 15, 20 years by themselves, and then
Oof.
You know the story, buddy. But I was a hurting unit.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll tell you what though, the best part of it was when you get them taken out, like during it, because you don't remember anything.
No, I was awake for mine. You went out?
You were awake?
Yeah. Just Novocaine'd it up, man. Took him out. He just worked him out. Yeah. And I was good the next day. And I thought, oh, man, this is a piece of cake. And then it was like day 3. And it was just like, oh. And then the week and a half, it was like, I just want this to be over. Yeah, I was hurting.
See, I got dry socket with mine. Dry socket's when you
put a little whiskey in there?
Oh, you know I did.
Yeah, swish it around there. It's for your own benefit.
My mouthwash.
That's how Neil rolls in the morning. Just
so yeah, Swami, man, you got some high prices in Canada there, so I can believe that all that bourbon's really. I a couple people are saying some of the bourbons out there just like, oh, they're crazy. I know it's provincial, so it's like based on the province and everything, but JD barrel proof. Oh my God, that stuff's
amazing, man. That really is. That stuff's awesome. I mean, what are they hitting you up there for it?
Yeah, let us know. Let us know what they're hitting a JD for you. What's going on, Chris? Glad you could join us, man.
Yeah, man. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in.
Yeah, I think the one thing I wanted to kind of mention to you real quick, buddy, because I was really thinking about this. I was playing the drums the other day. So I've been rusty playing the drums. I've been real lazy about it. So then I was playing for the drums the other day, and I thought like, man, like pairing whiskey and listening to music, there's something to be said about that.
So pairing what whiskey you're drinking to what music you're listening to?
Yeah, I just thought of it just in general. I was playing the drums and I was just like thinking while I was playing, which is weird, but it kind of drifted, and I was like, wow, man, like pairing like what you're drinking with what you're listening to can either like match the experience or be at like at odds with the experience, so it's like matching that whiskey with like the mood that you're in.
Absolutely.
Music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So Trev says that drummers are the coolest people on the planet, and I just wanted to say to Trev that bass players do it deeper. So
Chris would agree with you right here, right? Just got a bass amp today. Ooh, you guys do get a little deep. You get deep in there.
We do it deeper, buddy. We do it deeper. I haven't played bass in years, but I have to say, all credit due, I learned a ton about music from Neil. So Neil, you get all the credit for that.
It's because I'm a drummer, and I think Trev's a drummer. And Jason mashing drum.
Yeah, we know Jason's a drummer. Yeah,
dude, we got.
I just love music in general. I learned a ton of stuff from Neil.
Well, thank you, buddy.
Oh, see that he's been doing it forever.
Yeah, that's the way
to the party, Neil. Late to the party.
Jesus, I gotta get with it here. You know what I mean? Oh, we got Slade. I didn't see Slade in there, but I know that's saying what up, Will. But welcome, Slade. Good to see you.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah. So let's see. Oh, so Swami, yeah, the JD, for the price. So
what price is he paying? That's about what it is here, right? 60, 65. So that's not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fred.
Yeah, see you, Fred. Thanks for stopping in, man.
Yeah, man. Love.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah,
dude, I just want to say the name Slade.
It's a cool name, isn't it?
Awesome. I've only ever heard it one other time. It was in a movie. If somebody could name that movie, I know what movie it is, but I don't know if you do, Deal. But
what is the quote? Like, say it again, buddy.
The name Slade. If somebody could tell me what movie the name Slade was in, I'll be pumped.
Oh, that's Swami.
You know what? Screw guitar, man. I just felt that bass was more physical, and I don't know. Guitar was too delicate all the time. I just enjoyed playing bass. I like just really gravitated towards it.
So Jason's saying the movie is it Ghost Rider?
No,
I haven't
seen Ghost Rider, but I'm thinking I'm going to get you, sucker.
Oh, somebody did. Slade got it.
Slade got it, of all people. Nice, dude. Nice. As soon as I heard the word Slade, it took me to that movie.
Oh man, no, I never.
Now Slade is the man,
dude. Slade just made your like top 2. Oh, Christy. Oh yeah, so Christy does the music too. The Red Wine, soul music. Tracy Chapman, Michael Bublé, Diane. I love Diane Krall.
Oh, she loves Diane Krall.
I grew up listening with my parents and everything. They would throw that on. She's yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is true. I have to agree with Chris on this with the guitar and the bass.
It's all about, and it's truth be told, buddy, you know this. It's all about that bass, that the drums and the bass line. That's what everybody think about reggae.
It's all about the thunder.
It is. It really is.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, so I think somebody said, Chris was saying 65. I think you were right, buddy. An old granddad Baldwin Bond, $32. Oof.
Really? Because I know the 114
is like that.
Well, it was like $22 or something. I remember when you were like, dude, buddy, you got to get it. So I bought it. It was like, and then I went to buy it a couple weeks ago. I think we were talking on the phone, and I was like, dude, it was like 30 some bucks or high 20s. I'm like, you said there was a big bump in price on it, which is kind of.
Yes, it's weird how some prices kind of just get crazy. I mean, some of them just like nuts, you know? Oh, yeah. Big fat bottom girl. I love it.
He was ahead of his time. The booty came around later, and you know.
Oh yeah.
No, he really wasn't. Never mind. We'll talk about that later.
Dude,
Jocko,
man. Dude. Oh my God.
Go ahead, buddy. Victor. Yeah, you gotta love Victor. So Neil, God, dude, we're going way back. But remember that video with Victor Wooten and Carter? Was it Carter?
Carter Beauford, yeah, from Dave Matthews.
Band. Yeah, it was a video that me and Neil watched with those two. Dude. But I have a Jocko DVD somewhere. He was just
insane.
Yeah, he was
like,
just insane.
In a good way. I mean, he was a little like, dude, he was. I know it's a sad story too. Like
it really is.
Life. Yeah, but man, was he just incredible? It was almost like John Coltrane, like. But he was a bass player, you know, instead of
it's really weird how like some of these phenomenal musicians are just so tormented in like music is their outlet. And I mean, that's really what it is. I mean, it is a total outlet, but it's just a shame how such amazing music comes from these people who are just really struggling. But we know how all that comes about. We've discussed that a lot. We don't want to go down that, but
This is a good question. So Jason is saying, if you guys walked into a room with a bass and a set of drums, what's the first song you're playing? And what whiskey are you sipping? Oh, is that a good question?
That's a really good question.
That's thought-provoking.
That really is, Jason, and I appreciate that. If I'm going to go back to me and Neil's roots, and I see you're laying back, you're waiting on me, so I don't know the whiskey. But I'm going to say it's going to be something from Rage Against the Machine. We played a lot of Rage Against the Machine stuff.
A lot of Rage.
What whiskey, buddy?
What whiskey? What whiskey you sipping with Rage Against the Machine?
That's tough.
I mean, you got to get something that's going to, like, kick your ass.
Yeah,
so you got to go barrel proof. I mean, there's no exception. I
mean,
yeah. You can't go in there with like, you know, Buffalo Trace, just 90.
No, that doesn't even make any sense. You can't even use those two things. Like, oh, Rage Against the Machine, Buffalo Trace. It's like, nah, it
Oh, no, you can't do that. So what do you go with? I mean, I think I know. I think with Rage Against the Machine, it's got to be, that whole band is bass drums with like, Tom Morello, of course, on guitar that's just doing like crazy crap. I love it. So you got to get something that's kind of exciting. I mean, I think the whiskey for me, or let's say bourbon. I'm going to say bourbon.
Because it could be different. We're playing the same music, but it could be different whiskeys.
It could be very different whiskeys. This is a really tough question. I thought I had it.
Question, man.
Yeah, I would think. Oh, I'm thinking like some kind of like older Elijah Craig.
I mean, let's just say Elijah Craig barrel proof.
But not like like pre. Like something like close to Hazmat, or like the I forget what release was Hazmat, or it was near Hazmat. Damn close. Brazen. Oh yeah, Stag Junior is also. I mean, that's
definitely do that. We got a JD barrel proof from Uncle Buck. You could, you know what? That would be killer. That would be killer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Stag's won here. Too many people are saying Stag right now.
I mean, dude, I would do it, but I'm kind of digging the blackened. Christy's saying the blackened.
Blackened. JD or rye whiskey.
JD barrel proof. That might do it for me, man. I love that stuff.
Think you going with that?
I'm going.
That's what Uncle Buck's saying.
Yeah, Uncle Buck's saying it. Now, but hey, we settled on Rage Against the Machine. I think we'll nip around on a couple different, but that's what I'm going to say is the first thing we play.
Or yes, the Teapot Dram. I've never had Teapot Dram, but
no, sure.
Or Automation G said Lafroig. That'll kick your ass. Like a Lafroig cast strength. That'll stick it right to the man.
Yeah,
the man will start running.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hey, there's so many different ones. It's got to be badass though, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would say barrel proof something for sure. Mm-hmm. I mean, I would be stoked with just rare breed. I'm a rare breed fan. I love that stuff.
You do love rare breed. That's millions of peaches for me. God, remember that was like when I was young, like that when that came out.
Yeah,
United States of America.
What an interesting band, and Chris would probably be able to help me on this. Didn't the bass player only have 2 strings on his bass? Didn't they do some weird stuff like that? This is 90s, man. This is going back, we're going back 25 years, but I thought they did something goofy like that.
Yeah, I think they did, man. I think they did something kind of like weird with that. That was like 2 strings or like 3 strings on the guitar. I don't think it was a bass player. I think it was just a guitar player.
I thought it had 2.
Yeah, I thought it was just like just a guitar player, and they just like ripped off some of the strings or something. White Claw.
For me, it was all about that bass and drum synergy kind of thing that Rage did. They just
Yeah, I think another band too, buddy, that I would kind of go to. And if I'm thinking like groovy kind of deal. If I'm going to play one song, man.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, buddy.
I would say Will says Cake. Dude, Cake's bass player is sick.
Yeah. Big time.
Big time. Yeah.
That's funkadelic. It's funky.
He just gets under there and just motors around. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
No. Chili Peppers too. Flea.
Yeah, Flea's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. Primus.
He had to bring up Primus. I can't slap like less, for God's sake. No, I was never into the slap thing. I never was, but I listened to Primus.
Oh yeah.
I go through a little phase where I listen to a bunch of Tool, and then I'll jump off and I'll like go over some Primus, and then jump around to some other bands. I was listening to Chevelle the other day.
Oh yeah, I love Chevelle.
Then I'll come back to Tool. You know what I mean? And then in Primus, like, oh, dude, just Les is a wild man.
Dude, Tool dropped that new album. It's tasty.
Yeah, they are just on another level as musicians. Not just with the feel and everything, but then they get into all the crazy timing and just. I was just watching some drum video of some Tool concerts and stuff, and it's just Danny's on another freaking level, man. He's just so effortless. That's the thing. He's just like sitting there. He's like, it's just amazing.
Yeah, and all the time signatures that they did, like he'll like have 4/4 in his brain, but he's playing like some ridiculous like 11/4. But he's
Uncle Buck nailed it. I remember back when when they kind of came big, and I have obviously never seen her, but I remember her being like pretty hot. Oh, buddy.
C919, baby. Sorry, I just had to do that.
That's all right. I'm still nipping on this smokehouse, dude. This stuff's opening up good, man.
Oh, the smoke wagon.
I'm sorry. Yeah, smoke wagon. I don't know why I said smokehouse.
You're probably thinking of smoking meats in the smokehouse.
We do have a smoke grill. That could be it.
You're gonna smoke a meat tonight.
Yeah.
Slapping the bass.
Oh, White Stripes, Seven Nation Army. I remember that was one of the first tunes when I kind of I played guitar when I was a kid, and got bass later. And I remember learning that tune. That was like one of the first things I learned.
Dude, White Stripes are just insane.
He is an amazing musician, and just his whole approach to music. I'm sure people in here have, if not, have watched It Might Get Loud.
Oh, that's awesome.
The way he approaches music to me was just really just on another level, and it's a really awesome approach, and just does, it just like, he doesn't care if it's out of tune. He'll just play it, and he likes it to be a struggle, and just, so it brings the most out of you and everything. It's just amazing.
Yeah, I love. Jack White, man, he's awesome. This is another one. Is Dire Straits. So I love Dire Straits, but I actually like Mark Knopfler. So just his solo stuff a lot more. Dude, Mark Knopfler, as soon as he starts playing the guitar, it's him. It's like
he's not people that do that.
Yeah, man. Dire Straits. Oh man, they just got some amazing stuff. Uncle Buck's on fire tonight with these comments. Love it. Absolutely.
By the way, Uncle Buck, great movie, by the way.
Oh, yeah, John Candy in that.
Great dude. I mean, he was just awesome. It's a shame I feel as though he passed way before his time.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Way too early. Oh man, this Elijah Craig barrel proof. The C919 is just C919, so it is delicious. Oh man. I don't know how to take it sometimes, buddy. It gets me too much.
I know. You see, Neil has a following for that stuff. He tracks it down. And Jason, what's up?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I saw Ethan popping in. What's up, Ethan?
What's going on, buddy? Yeah, so that was a good little discussion with the music part. I like that.
That was a really good question. That was one to get the wheels turning.
I think I know this one. So is Jeff Healy? I could be very wrong.
No, I know who it is.
Is that the guy? Who's the guy that was in Roadhouse?
I was trying to send that to you telepathically.
Well, it worked.
That was him.
Was that him? So yep. I knew it.
Here's what's weird. Now, I'm sure people could trip me up, but I seem to know, and my wife will attest to this, just random, like a song can be on the radio and I'll just be like, yeah, that's so-and-so. And I've never listened to their stuff. I just have this weird connection with music sometimes.
Yeah, it gets really personal too. You know, like there's certain songs that really maybe have come on like a time in your life where it was like very emotional, and that like that song just kind of connects you to that to that part of your life, and it just takes you right back, you know. It's Alan. Thank you. He's going to be our Huckleberry.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
I love that. Oh, we got a question. Uncle Buck asked, have we tried the A120? I have it, and I did crack it real quick, buddy. I couldn't.
Oh, that's the one that I saw and then forgot to tell you that I saw it?
Yep, and I went back and got it.
You brought it up, and I was like, yeah, I think I saw that. You're like, what? Yeah.
I cracked it. Oh, no, buddy. You helped me because now we got the bottle. So, I have to admit, the A120 compared to the C918, that's where I would compare it to. It's in that level. Because the C918, Jeff, you and I just freaking, that stuff is just like,
that's so awesome. So you're saying that other releases are slightly different, but that's on the level of?
That's on the level of, man. The A120 is the real deal. So if you see it and it's,
now you said it, buddy. The word's out. Price is going to go up $15.
That's all right. Damn it. What did I do? What did I just do?
You ruined it for everybody. That's what you did.
Trying to help people. Now I mess people up. What's going on, Peter? We didn't see in there before. I didn't see Peter sneak in there. Oh, he's talking about Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Well, okay. So me and Neil spent some time watching that. What was that movie that you have of him?
Stevie Ray Vaughan?
Yeah. Remember that movie we watched?
Yeah. I think
where he did some of those blues festivals and stuff. And then
Montreal.
Yeah, I want to say it was something like that. It's been so long, but he did Hendrix and he could just nail it. I mean, yeah. Another one died before his time. It's a freaking shame, man. It really is.
Yeah, and the other thing is when he would play, he would just play so hard that his like calluses would rip off, and he'd like super glue them back on so he could keep.
Dude, he was amazing.
Mm-hmm. C918 all day. I can't disagree with that, Joseph.
I have a bottle of it. It's amazing stuff.
That's just like killer, you know. Alan, you were up late. We'll see you later, buddy. Thanks for stopping in.
Thanks for hanging out with us, buddy. Really appreciate it.
I know it's late over there in Alan's world. Yeah, so here's one thing I wanted to ask you, buddy. And it's bourbon related.
Okay.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the question would be this. If you had to pick one bourbon, right? But here's where it changes up. If you had to pick one bourbon that you had to drink with food, what would it be? Now, you'd have to pair it with like all kinds of different food. It has to be versatile. Where would you go with it?
That's a really good question because I typically don't drink bourbon with food. I use bourbon as a dessert kind of thing. You know, like if we're having dinner, which, you know, my wife's an amazing cook. So,
God, yeah.
I will typically do a little bit of wine with her with dinner. And I typically try not to drink bourbon with dinner and then just enjoy it afterwards. So that's, I mean, I have, don't get me wrong. That's a tough one, man. I have to experiment with that. What do you do? Do you drink bourbon with dinner or?
Sometimes. So it depends. If I go like a steak, I'll go like, you know, something that's, I maybe go like something that's maybe got some like good oak influence. Something with good, just for those tannins from the barrel to kind of hold up to the steak. I know I did OGD 114 with steak, and it was like heaven. And I also OGD 114 also goes so well with so many different cigars. I think it's like one of those versatile cigar whiskey pairings.
I agree with that. Yeah, I don't do it with dinner much. I do really pair bourbon a lot with like if we're gonna do like steak, like my wife makes fillets or something like that, we typically get a real hearty red wine, and I'll do that with it. And then I love good, like, let's say Elijah Craig, or even just rare breed or something like that with chocolate or chocolate mochi. I don't know if anybody likes the mochi. I love mochi ice cream. I'm a chocoholic, so anything with like bourbon and chocolate, if you haven't done it, it's amazing. It really, even vanilla ice cream, and just the two, they just play off each other so amazingly well.
That's Trev's with you on that one. He goes Eagle Rare and chocolate. It's his jam.
Dude. Yeah, it is. God, Trev, you're killing me with that. Dude, even just a handful of chocolate chips and like some Eagle Rare or Rare Breed or whatever, just a bourbon that you like. Oh, dude, it's on another level.
Oh God, yeah.
Now, I haven't done any Elijah Craig guy with a steak. I typically stick to like a real hearty red wine. But that's interesting. I'm not against trying that.
Speaking of wine, we'll get right back to this. I think we had a question from Will Henderson. Go-to wine. We could do this quick.
Oh, Jesus.
Go-to wine. I can answer that quick. So my go-to wines, if I'm just gonna if I want something just right off the bat like that, I like anything from Loire Valley, which Loire Valley in France, they a lot of the Cabernet Francs come from there, which me, buddy, with Cabernet Franc.
You like your Cab Franc, yeah. You like your Cab.
So yeah, I'd go with that. I mean, there's so many damn good wines. It's so hard to pick. I mean, just sitting on the shelf ready to rock and roll.
Okay, if I'm gonna just grab something to go with like a dinner or something like that, and I can count on Decoy by Duckhorn Winery. That's gonna be my solid go-to. Yeah. Anything from Decoy has been amazing. So there again, if we're in more mood for like a Zin or a Cab or something like that. But
yeah, because they have the Merlot, right?
Yeah, dude.
Decoy Merlot.
I love everything they've ever put out.
Yeah, while you wait for those cabs to age, yeah, you get the Decoy, you get that Merlot, baby. That thing, it's just so tasty, and you just pop and pour.
Yeah, and it's one of those brands. Yeah, you spend like $20-$25 a bottle, but
yeah,
you know what?
A peasant.
I agree with you on that.
Jeff Wood, he hates it.
And I'm not a big Cab Franc fan. Neil did trip me up once on it. And he was like, "Oh, buddy, you got to try this." And then I was like, "Yeah, that's pretty good." He's like, gotcha, it's a Cab Franc." And I was like, damn it. Because I can usually pick Cab Franc out, Bordeaux blends, anything. I'm like, oh, there's a. Now, some Bordeaux blends, it's not real forward, so I'm good. Don't get me wrong. But Cab Franc is a very distinct note for me, and it can sometimes be off-putting.
Yeah, because it has like
it's a freaking blending grape.
It's a pyrazine, so it's that chemical. There's actually the same thing that's in peppers. It shows up in Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Cab Franc. It all shows up in there, but in Cab Franc, specifically with Loire Valley, that pepper note just
yeah, it really punchy in that.
Yeah.
Speaking of that whole blending grape, it took me a while to find some Malbecs that I liked.
Yeah,
traditionally, but they have done some great things with Malbec out of like Argentina and stuff. So There again, one thing I learned with the wine, and I'll kind of put this out to everybody listening, is that you can't say that you don't like Melbeck, or you can't say that you don't like Cab Franc. You may typically not, but it's just like saying, "Oh, I don't like rye." I bet you there's a rye that you'll like. You know what I mean? There's always that. There's no absolutes in it. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, unless you try it, right? And I think the same goes with whiskey. You know, if you've never tried,
I like Scotch whiskey.
Yeah,
until you have one you like, you know,
absolutely.
or I don't like Irish whiskey, and then it's like until you have one you like, you know.
Yeah.
Don't put any stamp on anything that you don't like it.
That's our recommendation.
Yep. On the Bourbon Buddies, don't put a stamp on it.
And that's another cool thing is combining this, you know, the wine world with the whiskey world with stuff like this, right? You have a Cab Franc barrel and you take a whiskey and finish it in there. There you go.
There you go. It could be amazing.
I've been wanting that, by the way. That long row red with the Cab. It was the Cab Franc specific. I have to get my hands on that, buddy. I do bad things to that. Very bad things.
Uncle Buck is right by saying South American wines are fantastic. They are, and the price point is really, really great too.
And New Zealand's been pumping out, you know, I just love New Zealand's Pinot Noirs and their Sauvignon Blancs. I know the Sauvignon Blancs, they got like really, you know, everyone was talking about New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs. It was just like they're growing the shit out of it. But you can get really good Sauv Blancs there.
Yeah, and you know, there again, sometimes a grape just grows well in a certain region, and no matter what they do, it's good. You know? They can half-ass it, and it's still good wine.
So, Swami's in wait for a strawberry wine matured whiskey.
We're on it.
We're gonna review it next. We got that. We definitely got that shit.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You never know what's gonna come out one day, man. You never do.
I know. I mean, right now, I know the releases have kind of slowed down a little bit with all this madness, but there's still stuff coming out. I saw that. I don't know if did you send me this link, buddy? The Elijah Craig toasted barrel.
Ooh,
did you know about that?
Did I send you that link? Let's go back and look at your text messages.
Oh, Jesus.
I sent you a lot of stuff.
Yeah, because they're
ring a bell, but not to say that I didn't.
Yeah, it's good.
No, I don't think I did.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. So I think it's coming out at 94 proof. So I think they're just literally taking Elijah Craig small batch and then just, you know, finishing it in a toasted oak barrel, like toasted. So that's going to be interesting. So I think a lot of people like Michter's toasted barrel stuff, or maybe like Old Forester 1910, Woodford Double Oak. I'm sure that they're kind of getting to that competition then. So it'll be interesting. See what happens. Yeah.
I don't think that doesn't ring a bell.
And of course, Weller single barrel.
Yes.
Dude. Man. You know what? No, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not even going to say a damn word. I'm not going to say it.
Get it around here. And we're just going to get people all upset.
No, I'm not even going to say. I shouldn't even say the W word.
Nope. Moving on.
But yeah, whiskey releases right now. Interesting stuff. They're still going on. I've been wanting to get into more Irish cast strength stuff. I need it. So I need to get Redbreast cast strength, which I've never had it, which is crazy.
I've seen it so many times and it just never bought it. And that was the first Irish whiskey I ever bought, was Redbreast 12.
Solid whiskey.
That was the first Irish whiskey I ever bought.
My God, that's like Denny's pancakes to me. It's like pancakes with the syrup and with like a little bit of the cream on top with some cherries. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's good. I haven't had it in quite some time, but man, is that good.
Yeah, that's just a solid pour with the Redbreast 12.
Yeah, just go ahead, bring that up.
Oh, I'll get to you, Ozzy. Don't worry. Yikes!
Why is it going away? Where is it going?
I did not know this. Please elaborate.
Yeah, if you have any more information, let us know.
Yeah. Oh my God, no. Oh, I'm just gonna buy it up.
Yeah. Punch in the basement. Yep. Now you did it. You got them all fired up. You know what? They probably say that to sell the crap out of it, and then all of a sudden it'll be like, new release. Everybody will buy that up.
Good marketing scheme right there, right?
It really is. So Trev's saying that Redbreast might be the only Irish whiskey he's ever had other than Jameson.
Interesting.
That's very interesting, Trev.
Well, that's a good one to have.
He might be just straight bourbon guy, which I can respect, but there's some good Irish whiskeys out there, man. There really is.
Speaking of one is that Tealing. Tealing's been slamming it. We love their small batch.
Yeah, Tealing's pretty solid.
Dude, they're coming out with some like incredible stuff. Yeah, and that's what Swami's saying. Tealing just kills Redbreast. So yeah, Tealing, man. Tealing's the real deal.
Yeah, get everybody buying Tealing, Neil, so we can get a hold of that Redbreast.
Oh, so they said that. Okay, so no age statement version. So they're just getting rid of the 12, which still sucks. But at least they're not like
getting rid of it altogether.
Yeah, but I mean, getting rid of the 12.
Well, Al's saying that the 12 cast strength is the jam.
Yeah,
stunning. So
yeah, that's what they. My wife sees my ass. She says stunning every time.
Yep, I do too, buddy. I say that about you all the time.
I know. I'd bend over in front of the camera, but the video might get pulled.
Yeah, we don't need any of that.
No, we don't need any of that at all.
Hey, Joey.
Oh, buddy, you can agree to that.
Okay. Middleton is amazing stuff. I had Middletons when my wife and I were in Ireland, and yeah, we did the Jameson behind the scenes tour is what it was called. And it was obviously more money, but it was like a 2-hour tour, and you got to try, Middleton. Oh God, man. What was it? Jameson. We did 3 of their higher end, and Middleton's. I want to say Middleton's. I know the last one we had. Okay, buddy. I have to
get it together here, buddy.
Act together. So we had Jameson Cooper's Crows.
Okay.
The last one we had was my favorite, and that was Middleton's. Was it Barry Crockett's Legacy?
Sounds familiar. Yes.
Stuff was amazing, and I was like, my wife tasted a little bit, and I made sure I drank all her sample too, because that stuff was awesome. And then come to find out, it's like $250 a bottle. I've never purchased it, but it is. Middleton's makes amazing stuff.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that story, the one Christy's mentioning here. Just kind of like, I know we can go our one local place. I think it's like $200. I forget which Middleton it is though, but it's like $199.
Yeah.
Swami, you make a good point. We could do whatever the hell we want until we hit 1,000 subs, and then we got to be careful.
Yeah, good point, buddy. Good point.
All right, everyone ready to see my ass?
All right. So yes, Yellow Spot is pricey. I agree. It is pricey, but I'm trying to think what the third one we had was.
I know green. If you don't want to get Yellow Spot, Green Spot's solid. I know it's, Green Spot's it's delicious. Nothing wrong with it. It's not gonna blow you into like Jupiter or something. But I don't know why I picked Jupiter.
I don't know either. I'm trying to think what the hell the third whiskey we had was.
What's the Blender's Dog? That sounds familiar. Is that also Jameson? Why does that sound familiar?
I've never heard of that.
What the hell am I? See, I don't know my Irish whiskeys. We need Donald Rance is like the Irish whiskey master. He knows everything about Irish whiskey. So if you have any questions, go find him. Message him, Donald Rance, because he's just like, dude, the guy just knows so much. Yeah, I don't know, buddy. Can't think of it.
Is Jameson, says Al. Man, I don't think that doesn't. I don't. No, it wasn't what I had. It doesn't ring. No.
Huh. It's all right, buddy. Maybe
I'll bring it up next time.
Yeah, it's always got next time.
Dude, it's like we were talking earlier. If I don't write it down, it's like.
I know, because that's what happens to me all the time.
Man, it's just killing me that I can't remember what the third one was.
That's all right.
If you ever get over there, amazing tour.
Did you have powers while you were over there? Did you have powers at all?
No. When you if you could afford to do, I think it was 120 euro to do the behind the scenes tour.
Okay.
I'm gonna go spend the extra money. It's like a 2-hour tour. I mean, it's amazing, but they really do give you a very personal. It's a small group, very personal. You taste better stuff. You get to see more stuff, and it was awesome. It really was.
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
So Uncle Buck is saying Irish or Japanese. You know, honestly, I haven't had many Japanese. So I hate to pick, but the Japanese stuff is so refined, at least the stuff I had. Now I'm speaking very limited experience, but
yeah,
it's almost too delicate sometimes. I don't know if that's true, but what Japanese stuff have you had? I've had like 2.
I've never actually had Japanese stuff. So that's something I need to venture into. I can't believe I haven't gave that a shot. Ozzy was real quick asking if we recommended any pours. I guess if we're talking about Irish, go for an Irish pour there, Ozzy. Whatever you got.
Yeah. Dabble a little bit.
Dabble in the realm of Irish.
Dabble out there. Al will support that.
So Al has a question for us too. Irish or Scotch?
Oh, Al, you're killing me, buddy. Buddy, you go ahead. I've been chattering on like crazy.
All right, I'll get right there. Was this it? The Virgin Oak blend?
It was not.
No? Okay. I just wanted to make sure because I saw that there.
I can't think of it. I feel like it just something wrong.
Now, I'm going to do a cop-out answer here. I really like both. It's a cop-out. It depends on my mood. If I'm looking for something peaty, I tend to go to Scotch just because there's more peated Scotch than there is, peated Irish whiskey. Even though there are peated Irish whiskeys, which I know that used to be the jam. But yeah, I tend to, if I want peat, I'll go Scotch. If I'm feeling like just sitting back and just like hanging out and just having like a solid, unbelievable pour, then I'll go Irish. I feel like Irish is just like, a lot of the style with that, with the copper pot still. And like, I know that they do that in Scotland, but, with the unmalted and malted barley, I think that's kind of cool. I don't know. For whatever reason, I like where Irish whiskey is going right now. I really do. There's a lot of innovation right now in there. It's on the up. It's up and up, buddy. So yeah, that's where I go. How about you, buddy? Scotch or Irish?
Well, I'm a big fan of the Triconal 15 Madeira cast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a huge fan of that.
That's delicious.
But man, as a broad spectrum, I'm going to lean a little bit more towards, I like the space side Scotches, I think, more than Irish. My brother turned me on to Scotch, Macallan. He liked Macallan a lot. I've had a whole bunch of the Glenfiddich stuff. Out of which one of that, I don't know. Remember, I don't know, buddy, you weren't into it then, but I had that. It's a U.S. exclusive. I hope Al has had it. Glenfiddich 14, where it's like,
oh yeah,
it's supposedly a U.S. exclusive, but and Al would know better. It's been a long time. I screwed this up. I apologize. I think it's like 12 years and then aged 2 years in bourbon casks or something like that. Is that right?
Yeah, like first fill. I don't know if it's.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact order. I just remember it's a blue label. It's a 14-year, but I'm pretty sure it's 2 years in bourbon casks after it's. Al, help us out here, man. But I don't know if you've had it, but I'm gonna say Scotch, and I'll shut up there.
It might be like finished in like new virgin or new oak, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I think it was 2 years in. I should Google it.
Googling it. Oh, we got another question from Trev. I think this is cool.
All right, listen to Trev.
Do you have any pours you enjoy drinking outside? I've noticed that some bourbons taste different to me, and I enjoy better outside for some reason. Maybe I'm crazy.
Definitely don't know what you're talking about. Nah.
Yeah. Buddy, you take the reins on this because I'm probably going to follow you.
Too much, buddy. You go ahead.
I was going to say that we've had a lot of different whiskeys outside since we like to go outside and review stuff or just sit outside and hang out. And I noticed a big difference when you're tasting it inside and then you take it outside. It's like, this is a totally different whiskey. So I think just with the air and you're getting that wind and, it's changing. There's different scents out there. It's opened up. You're not enclosed. And I feel like certain whiskeys definitely can be better outside. Like I think it was we were having Bakers the one time. We had it inside and then we had it outside. And it was like, whoa, this thing's opened up. And it's like all this new stuff coming out. I think it's specifically when, let's say you're sitting outside and it's really hot out. It is difficult to like say, all right, I'm just going to take my Glencairn out there and hang outside, which I've done before. Don't get me wrong, but it's nice sometimes get that whiskey that's you can throw ice on, or put it over ice or whatever, add some water to it or whatever, or throw some Coke in there.
I don't do any of that.
I know you don't do any of that. Something I did last night, I put ice in my whiskey. Now, the reason being is because
that's sacrilegious, buddy.
But it was that stuff from Social Still. It was like it's straight bourbon whiskey, but it tastes so ridiculously young. It tastes like literally like you squeezed corn and then you threw like a couple drops of vanilla extract in there. It's just, dude, and it's just but I wanted to go back to it and I wanted to check it out and go, all right, what's going on with this? And man, dude, it needed ice. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I do think that the fresh air does help the palate open up to boil it down. And I think, obviously, depending on where you live, I live more out in the country, so I have open fields and, I don't have neighbors and cars by me all the time. So, I do enjoy, I enjoy sitting in the hot tub and drinking whiskey there, but outside. So, yeah, I definitely think there's something to it.
Yeah.
It just opens your senses,
It does. There's some kind of, like he was saying with the Brown Foreman banana note, comes out a lot more outside. Dude, that stuff happens. That totally happens. 100%. You get certain notes that just pop as soon as you come outside with it. Boom, there's that note. And then you didn't smell it at all when you were inside. Even like when I'm walking from downstairs in my basement where I am right now, walking down here with a glass and I go upstairs, it totally changes the nose. It's like,
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I think where you are in your house or outside or whatever can completely change your experience with everything. So, yeah, definitely not crazy.
And I think that's the key word is experience, because it is nose, it is environment. You know what I mean? Like if you're sitting outside and you're relaxing, you might be more present. You might be taking in everything a little bit more. And the fact that you're outside, you're not getting, whether it be like a stale air or what's the word I'm looking for? Like a stagnant kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, or allergens. If you're somebody who has allergies, like outside may or may not, you might just breathe better. And I think just kind of sitting down and being present outside, you kind of open up to that experience. And I think that's the key word. So
yeah, I think that's a good point. 100%. And you can kind of end that with that. Everything tastes better by a campfire.
Even glassware. And it's true. Like sometimes I'll drink water and then drink whiskey again. Like take a shot of water, wipe the palate clean, re-experience the whiskey again. That's definitely something that makes a big difference.
That's Patrick. Yeah. You better not nose it by all that stuff.
Yeah. That I know about. No, you got to keep that far away. For wherever your whiskey is, make sure it's a complete opposite of that side of the house.
Yeah, oh yeah. It'll get shitty real quick. Well, yeah, that's interesting with Trev saying this, that tastes different even from his girl's house versus his. Like, so when he goes to his girl's house, it tastes totally different. Totally, dude.
Better at your girl's house or better at your house?
Don't get him in a pickle here, buddy.
Is your girl watching?
Where we at, buddy? We're at an hour and 11 minutes.
We could help you out there, Trev. Straighten everything out for you. Give you a lot of good advice.
Yeah, just listen to us. We'll take care.
We'll straighten you out
somehow. Or don't listen to us. It's probably better.
There's probably truth to that too. But if it tastes better at your girl's house, it's an environment thing.
Yeah. True. Maybe she's giving you a back rub.
Doubt it. Girls nowadays, nope.
All right, we got our answer. Here we go. She's not watching, so I could say I usually like it better at mine, but drinking at hers usually ends up there.
See?
Smart.
So what he's drinking it, giving the back rub, feeling it.
It's like you're back rubbing it, right? And then you got your whiskey. You're like,
Jesus Christ.
No, you're like trying to act like it's two hands on her back, but you only got one. So you try to like spread it out like this.
He's got an elbow on the hand in there. Like. But it pays big dividends, Trev. Pays big dividends. So
it definitely does. And boom, chicka wow wow's right.
You gotta do what you gotta do, buddy.
Oh my God. Well, buddy, we're an hour and 13 in. We said we're gonna go on for how long?
We were originally only supposed to go for half an hour. So I gotta take out the trash. It's trash night. So Trev, just remember everything I'm telling you now. Take it out the trash. No, it's not bad. I'm just messing.
Oh God. Yeah, take out the trash and do the dirty work. Get dirty. And
I'll tell you what, use the chin, elbows and forearm. I'm telling you, your hands get worn out.
Well, buddy. Let's let these fine people be.
I went off the rails, but I had a good time.
Me too, buddy.
So everybody, thanks for tuning in with us and hanging out and just talking some nonsense. We really didn't answer a ton of questions, so
we got
but yeah, we really appreciate everybody tuning in and hanging out with us. We enjoy doing this. So, guys, thank you. Buddy, thank you, as always.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone in the chat.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
We'll see you guys later. Cheers to everybody.
Yeah, cheers, guys. Thank you.
Good night.
Have a good night. We'll see you in the next video.
See you guys.
See ya.